So I just got off the Celebrity XCEL, one of the most hyped and luxurious cruise ships out there. We spent 5 nights on board and I explored it all, from hidden speakeasies to chef tables dinners and premium cabanas. Plus a few awkward surprises I didn't really expect or appreciate, if I'm being honest. Like a gift box situation that got super weird very fast. More on that later. But in this video, I'll walk you through things you should know before you board the XCEL, including how to unlock the secret bar, most guests miss, whether the retreat experience lives up to the hype still, and yeah, what is the deal with the beds? Are they really that bad, or influencers and creators and people that have been on the XCEL over exaggerating? Whether it's your first time sailing Celebrity or you're looking to upgrade your next trip, this is your ultimate guide to Celebrity XCEL. Real quick, just a heads up, this video is not sponsored. Celebrity did not pay me and they didn't approve anything I say in this video. These are all my honest thoughts from a real cruise experience, so let's jump in. To make it easy, I've broken this into 6 chapters: first impressions, food and hidden gems, entertainment and experiences. We'll get into the rooms and beds, premium upgrades, and then we'll finish off with some surprises, the pricing, and basically my final verdict on the entire experience. And if you stick all the way to the end of this video, I'll tell you exactly who I think this ship is best for and what I do differently next time. First impressions: when you first board the Celebrity XCEL, there are a few standout spaces that hit you immediately. And they're not just beautiful, they're actually interactive. The first big surprise to me is Bazaar. This isn't your typical ship atrium. It's more like a upscale floating plaza, and it changes depending on where you are in the world. By day, it's a laid-back hangout spot, but at night, the space transforms: LED paneled arches, music, and a vibe that reflects the local port that you're in. So for example, like in the Bahamas, you'll see glowing blues, teal, ocean waves, and Caribbean-style music that makes it feel like a mini festival. Then in Cozumel, the whole vibe shifts. You'll notice Day of the Dead-inspired work, skulls, and vibrant floral displays that feel pulled straight from the Mexican market. It's pretty neat to see. Honestly, it's such a cool way to blend design, culture, and tech, and I wish more ships did this. Now, right below Bazaar, you'll see Mosaic. This is their new dining experience that replaced Eden. Celebrity's elevated dining concept is incredible. I'll go deeper into this later with my chef's table experience, which again, it got a little awkward. Let's just say it really could have been avoided, but more on that and the food in that section. The secret speakeasy is something you need to check out. This was one of my favorite little discoveries on the ship, and I don't want to spoil it too much because honestly, you should experience it for yourself. But here's how it works. You're gonna go to the photo booth at the club, take your picture, you'll get 3 Polaroids, and then you'll get unlocked access to a hidden bar tucked away behind the club. It's a Prohibition era speakeasy that feels straight out of the 1920s. For those that are into that, you'll love it. And for those that have never seen it before, you're in for a treat. From the cocktails to the lighting, this place is an absolute vibe. One heads up though that I'm not seeing a lot of people share is the most expensive drinks are usually for 2 people. So don't panic when you see the prices, and you'll need to wear pants, okay? Trust me, go check it out. A couple of my buddies couldn't get in because they were wearing shorts. That's for the fellas, so keep that in mind. But between Bazaar's immersive vibes and the speakeasy and that elevated first impression, you really feel like you're stepping onto a ship that's trying to set a new standard. But first impressions are just the beginning, right? Let's talk food, we'll talk drinks, and a few surprises you're going to want to know before you make sure your reservation is solid. Let's jump into the food and drinks and hidden gems. New player alert: Bora Brunch at the Rooftop Garden. One of the most beautiful brunch settings on the ship is the rooftop garden. Seriously, it's a lush, filled with greenery, and the natural light just pours in. You feel like you're dining in a rooftop garden. Well, I guess technically because you are. It looks pretty nice. But brunch at Bora was absolutely incredible. It's an open-faced kitchen, so you get to see the chefs doing their work right in front of you. It's a Mediterranean-inspired menu, so they have lighter options like lamb kofta. They had avocado toast and a fig and goat cheese toast, but they also have heavier items like fried chicken and I believe waffles, a filet, which they also enjoyed, plus much, much more. Also, again, the scenery in there is absolutely a vibe, and they have acoustic music while you eat. It's really cool. Another standout experience was the Make Your Own Bloody Mary bar. Paired with an amazing view on a sea day, it is absolutely incredible. I also tried Dinner on the Edge, the famous magic carpet dining experience. Now, is it fun? Absolutely. Watching the sunset over the Caribbean while dining above the water is an unforgettable moment for me. But for the price, I'd say it's a slightly overrated. If you're only cruising the Caribbean, the magic carpet doesn't move during dinner, which takes away from some of the novelty, if you're asking me. That said, though, I think the experience would be amazing in Alaska or perhaps Mediterranean, where the scenery is a bit more of a wow factor out there. Still, again, worth trying at least once. That's my 2 cents and my quick review on that. However, Le Voyage by Chef Daniel Boulud, let's talk about it. It's a total standout experience. This is a signature restaurant by Michelin star chef Daniel Boulud, and it feels like a celebrity experience. The moment you walk in, seriously. The dish to try, if you ask me, is the steak à poivre, the same recipe from that viral YouTube video with over 5 million views. I had the filet version instead of the tomahawk version, which you see on the YouTube video, and it was absolutely incredible. Perfectly cooked, peppery, buttery, top tier. If you're celebrating something special, this is the place. Just be sure to know how to speak better French than I can, because steak à poivre, I struggle to say it, but you'll love it. Let's talk about some of the included dining. Not everyone's going to do specialty dining. I also tried all 4 of the main dining rooms: Tuscan, Cosmopolitan, Normandy, Cyprus. And I have to be honest with you all, they were all incredible. Apart from NCL flagships, Celebrity is one of the only cruise lines I've been on where I can confidently say you don't need to upgrade to specialty dining to enjoy amazing food. That said, when you do upgrade, you are in for a treat. And speaking about treats, let's talk about Chef's Table at Mosaic. I had a 10-course Chef's Table dinner that took us around the world, from Japan with sea urchin and scallops to Spain with Iberico pork. And yes, there's even a Wagyu beef course in there, but I won't spoil all 10 courses, but just know it was money well spent. Pro tip, this is the kind of dinner experience you remember for years. I already plan on to bring my wife Alyssa here on our hosted voyage in summer 2027. And yes, you are invited if you're a fan of the channel. I would love nothing more for you to join us on that hosted voyage, that curated retreat in the summer to Europe on the Celebrity XCEL. If you'd like to join us, you can reach out to our group at rose@RollerTravelGroup.com to get set up today. Let's talk about everyone's favorite thing for a few moments: cocktails, champagne, and the hidden bars. The cocktail culture on this ship is next level. I lived off of Veuve Clicquot and old fashions from the world-class bar, but there are some gems everywhere. I still need to go back and explore more of the cocktail menu at the Bazaar. But hey, we only had 5 nights, and of course, my liver has limits. But I'm letting you know that you need to check out Mosaic, you need to check out Bazaar, and of course, the oh-so-iconic Martini Bar. Anyways, the food, drinks, premium dining, Celebrity XCEL really impresses me here. Even the included dining felt luxury. And if you're a foodie, you'll have a blast. But up next, let's talk about the entertainment and unique onboard experiences, including a few surprises that I didn't even expect. Let's jump in. So when it comes to entertainment, Celebrity excels. I know that jokes has been said a bunch of times, but they really do bring something a little different to the table, and I love that. It's not just this go sit in a theater and watch a show type of thing, though they do have those if you're into it. It's a mix of immersive, interactive, and just plain fun experiences happening all around the ship. For example, there's a cowboy party. Maybe that's not the official name, but let's start with something like that. This was honestly one of the most fun themed events I've seen in a while. They had line dancing, country music, themed cocktails, and a dance floor just packed with guests having a great time. Live shows at the Bazaar was a really special place. They turned into a live performance zone, and it's incredible. Like I mentioned earlier, the Bazaar changes based on the port you're visiting, and so does the entertainment. During our cruise, I caught a Caribbean-themed show during the day and a Latin-themed show at night. Small point that I forgot to mention about Mosaic: during the chef's table dinner, they did have a live musical performance right in front of our table. That was cool and unexpected. Super fun. Sorry I'm spoiling it, but whew, what a great dinner. Now, when it comes to the main theater shows, I'll be honest with you, that is still more of Alyssa's vibe than mine. I'm usually the one hanging out at the Martini Bar, chatting with people, or I'm at the world-class bar, rooftop garden, laughing, socializing, just soaking it all in. And because Alyssa wasn't on this one with me, I didn't go to the shows. That said, my friends who did go to the theater shows absolutely loved them. Do me a favor, guys, if you're watching this video right now, write a comment letting them know what you thought about the Broadway performances so people can have a general idea, because I won't be able to give them as much detail as you could in this video. But if you're into Broadway style performances, live vocals, and more structured entertainment, you'll find plenty to enjoy there. Again, just not my personal highlight, and that's okay, right? So between the parties, live music, and the spontaneous entertainment at Bazaar, this ship knows how to keep the vibes high without it ever feeling forced. Now, let's head to the place you'll probably spend a lot of your time at, your stateroom. And I have some thoughts about the beds, so let's jump into it. I had a solo infinite veranda, and overall the room was great. Clean, spacious. The bathroom was surprisingly large, if you ask me. And the infinite balcony design gives you that open air vibe with the push of a button, really. Plus the blackout curtain, I love that. That's super clutch. And it actually works, which is more than I can say for a lot of cruise lines. Sometimes they just put this tech in the room and then it doesn't even work. I digress. The bed though, listen, I don't say this lightly. It might be the worst bed in the cruise industry. I'm talking rock firm, cheap hotel vibes. It was an extremely hard bed. I genuinely struggled to find anyone on the ship who wasn't complaining about the beds. So hey, if you're watching this and agree and you've been on Celebrity XCEL, do me a small favor, drop a comment in the comment section below to warn future cruisers about the beds. Unless you're in a retreat, because the retreat's a different vibe. But if you're not in a retreat, you're gonna have to request a topper or two. A few more notes about my cabin. Storage was a little minimal in my room, especially for a solo cabin. Not a deal breaker, but it's worth noting if you're someone who likes to fully unpack. Still, for the layout, the views, and the vibe, the infinite veranda is a solid choice. The retreat, still iconic. If you're lucky enough to stay in the retreat, you already know this is one of the best ship within a ship concepts at sea. Private pool, tons of loungers, and day beds. It's modern, it's clean. The design, the signature calm energy that makes you feel like you're on a luxury resort and not a cruise ship. There's not much new here, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of situation, guys. Oh, they did have a new sculpture that was kind of cool. You know, if you look at it, it kind of changes based on your position. It was neat. Now let's talk about the cabana rental, which we did for the coolest day ever. It cost about $500, which did include lunch, but they removed the champagne, which it used to be included. And yeah, that's whack to me. Anyways, the cabana was beautiful and well placed, but the service, in my opinion, could have been a bit better. If we're talking about feedback, we had to flag someone down for cold water and snacks. And then on another day, because we did the cabana twice, a friend of mine actually filed a complaint because the attention just wasn't there, at least for us. Still, for a big event like the coolest day ever, I'd say the cabana is worth it. You're paying for space, shade, a home base to put everything, and that day it's certainly delivered. So let's talk about the coolest day ever. This might have been one of the best pool parties I've ever seen on a cruise. There was crew versus cruiser volleyball, super popular on many of the other ships. Fun song and dance skits by the pool, synchronized swimming, games with the guests. That was absolutely hilarious. There was even a raft competition that had the entire deck just cracking up. They mixed in lounge music, live music, and it just had a super lighthearted beach club vibe that kept the energy high. Honestly, if you're asking me, I'd say grab a drink, find a chair, and just post up. This event alone made the trip feel worth it. So while the bed situation was rough, the cabins were solid, the retreat was elevated, and the energy around the ship, especially on the coolest day ever, it really made it easy to just kick back and enjoy the Celebrity XCEL. And now that we've talked about rooms, relaxation, let's wrap this video up with some final thoughts, maybe some must-know tips, a quick chat about whether Celebrity XCEL lives up to the hype and who's it for, and that awkward thing that happened to me. So let's just do it. So is Celebrity XCEL really worth the hype? I mean, we packed a lot into 5 nights on board Celebrity XCEL, from the rooftop brunches to awkward chef tables, rooftop gardens to cowboy parties. This ship is an absolute vibe, but let's land this plane real quick, okay? Final thoughts and tips. The Bazaar, Mosaic, and Bora Brunch were some of the freshest, most creative spaces I've ever seen on a cruise ship. Truly, elevated experiences that changed based on your destination. The beds, let's be real, unless you're staying in the retreat, they're a hard pass for me. Do yourself a favor and ask for mattress toppers in advance for your cruise. Cocktails and dining, next level. You don't need specialty dining to eat well on XCEL, but if you splurge on Le Voyage or Chef's Table, Mosaic, you'll be super glad that you did. If you're a solo traveler, here's your packing tip. Not much storage space if you're solo, so pack light or just get creative. If you're talking about entertainment, if shows are your thing, go for it. If not, the vibes at World Class Bar, the rooftop garden, or just watching people dance at Cowboy Night will keep you entertained. And if that's not your jam, you can always do Shine Night or Outshine Night, where everyone wears fancy, shiny sequins apparel. They have a party by the pool. There's dancers, there's singers, there's acrobats. There's tons of cool things there. You really can't miss out. Plus, there's a live DJ. It's super cool. Now, about that chef's table moment. So a little bit of behind the scenes of that moment and why it was awkward. At the end of our Mosaic chef's table dinner, I was the only one at the table who received this special Mosaic gift box. Now, I didn't know this was a thing, so I brought it up thinking like everyone else had one. Spoiler alert, they didn't. So in that moment, instantly shifted from a cool surprise to, wait, why didn't I get one? Eventually, everyone got their boxes, but later that night, Celebrity knocked on my door at 11:30 p.m. Like, the cruise is over at this point. It's almost midnight. I'm in my bed in my pajamas, and then they give me another box. Did it ruin the trip? No. But it felt a little awkward, disorganized, and what was supposed to be like this premium curated experience, like inviting people to enjoy Mosaic, ended up being kind of like weird. So hopefully they smooth that out in the future. So Griff, what about the price? At the time of making this video, prices for XCEL range around $3,000 to $4,000 for a 7-night sailings. That's balcony cabins, specialty dinings, drinks, excursions. Of course, they do add up really fast. And while the retreat level experience offers incredible value, they do come at a steep price. Let's just keep it real. So if you're cruising smart and you're planning ahead, you can absolutely get your money's worth. But is it worth it? If you're asking me whether Celebrity XCEL is worth the hype, my answer is a resounding yes. But know what you're paying for. Celebrity isn't trying to be the most affordable cruise line. They're chasing premium design, culinary excellence, and destination-rich vibes. And in those categories, they are crushing it. But if you're expecting soft beds, budget-friendly drinks, or constant attention in every cabana, you'll need to manage your expectations there. And one more thing, I hinted at it earlier, but if you want to see a crazy behind-the-scenes story from this trip that didn't make it into this main video, click here to watch that now. It involves my wife Alyssa sailing on the Star Princess, the new premium line for Carnival, and me going on the Celebrity XCEL, the premium line for Royal Caribbean. We do those at the same time to see which is best. Trust me, you will want to see the differences. But as always, if you dig the vibes, please subscribe. And if you care, please share. And we'll see you in paradise. Peace.